All right. Shalom. Giving all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that teach us the truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Wadash. Peace, love, and blessings to the elect, scattered abroad around the four corners of the earth, mainly in Babylon the Great. The elect consists of the 144,000 and the 1/3. The only ones that's going to be receiving salvation, the remnant of the nation of Israel, and only the nation of Israel, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, are the chosen people of the Lord. All right, we are the people according to the Bible, and according to Zechariah 13:8, majority of the Israelites, 2/3 of them, all right, are going to be put to death. All right, and the 1/3 is going to make it through the fire. And then 144,000, the 12,000 out of each tribe, which are all men, the prophets, the men of the Lord, that's going to be ruling in the kingdom of heaven, that's going to be on earth along with Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. All right, that is the truth, according to the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. That is a true understanding of the scriptures, man. All right. So basically, I want to get into this video, Salakia. I want to get into this video, basically the title, going into the lesson of the title, the stages are being set. All right. The stages are being set through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And more we prolong in this society, the more and more these people are going to bug out, and the more it's going to be sedition. And the Egyptians are going to be against the Egyptians. Civil unrest and civil war is coming to America. All right. And it's not no coincidence that they have that movie that's about to come out called Civil War. All right. It's coming out sometime in the March or April month, or whatever the case may be. Basically setting the stages, man, because the Americans are waking up to the fact that, these politicians and these leaders are not really righteous people. And these people are not ruling in the correct authority. Going back, to Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. All right. And the earth is mourning. The people languish, the earth languish, because of the inhabitants that's controlling and that's in control of the whole entire world. All right. Which is through the spiritual demon Satan. All right, and his physical counterpart to do that bidding is Esau Edom, the so-called Caucasian race, mainly the top elites, the 1%ers, as people like to call them. All right, so I'm just gonna play this video so I can go into it more depth of what's to come in the near future, because you see the stages being set up through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, the ones that have the spiritual eyes to see and the spiritual ears to understand prophecies, man, because we are in the last days. We're living in them. And sooner or later, Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach is going to make his return. All right. Lord will. It be, quickly than we expect. But at the same time, we have to endure. We have to suffer. We have to keep fighting and striving for the truth. All right. Keep preaching and keep holding it down for Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai via through the spirit. So I'm about to play the clip right now.
And people get all up in arms about how people saying, hey, they're not going to be drafted. They'll go to prison and shit like that. Can you blame them? Huh? I mean, why all of a sudden do you folks get selective amnesia about how soldiers get treated? I mean, really. You just watched disabled veterans get thrown out on the street to make room for illegal aliens. You always talk about, we go over there to fight so the war don't come over here. Well, how'd that work out? Our own government has invited all the people that you have been fighting since I've been alive to come over here. And right now, we have Palestinians and Israelis and black Hebrews, Israelites, fighting in the streets of New York. So I guess that theory of we go over there to fight so the war don't come over here was useless. They didn't have to come over here. We brought them. We invited them in. We're giving them more benefits than people on Social Security get. They get the health care for free that you've always wanted. But just remember, America could never afford to give you free health care. But they can give somebody that's been in the country for a week free health care.
Yep.
And you're going to go to war for that? Yeah, no.
I'll wait.
Those congressmen and senators want a war, they can go fight it.
And he's absolutely right. Meanwhile, America's sending off all types of monies, and I would call it endorsements to Ukraine and, you know, Israel and so on and so forth. I believe Biden just passed a bill about something, I think 60 something mil or $600 million into Ukraine. All right. Also, with them doing that, is angering the nations. All right, going back to Joel, the 3rd chapter, verse 9 through 14. All right, because at the end of the day, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah is setting up the stages for World War III. He's setting up the stages for sedition and uprisings and civil war, man, civil unrest. All right. And with that being said, that's going to be the end all be all for this man's infrastructure and empire. See, Esau Edom don't have much longer to live, man. I mean, well, that too, but much he doesn't have much longer to rule. All right, neither live, because after that 1,000-year period, hey, you already know execution, man. Your death sentence. All right, according to Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 18. But nonetheless, like I said, man, it's all through the spirit, man. If you have the spiritual eyes to see and the spiritual ears to hear, you can understand prophecy. You can see the vision that's about to come, man. The vision was for a appointed time, though it tarry. Wait for it, for it will surely come. It will not tarry. And continue playing.
I don't see how anybody in their right mind, when they look at all the options and what happens and what the government does, especially after you're out, where pretty much they just said, all right, man, fuck you very much. Go try to put your life back together. Try not to shoot yourself, because we sure as fuck ain't gonna give you no fucking mental health care. And you wonder why the recruitment numbers are so low? Maybe it's because the pay is so fucking low. Maybe, I don't know, maybe watching veterans begging for help. Maybe that's like, well, shit. Why should I go risk my life for a country that won't even lend me?
And he's absolutely right. Meanwhile, I'll be seeing all type of veterans, got fake legs, fake arms. They hardly get no assistance from the government. They got to wait a certain amount of months or years in order to receive benefits. Because the prime example, my mother, she's on disability. Knowing, process over the years, she wasn't able to work. But the government still don't give a fuck. And they got to have, as they call, paperwork trail or document trail in order for her to get the benefits on, being a disability, being a disabled citizen. All right. So how much more the troops? And I done seen it numerous of times. I done heard by many people that the military is not what it's cracked up to be. I done heard that shit, man. All right. Even had a ex-woman I used to deal with. I remember those so-called nights this nigga would call me out the blue and be venting to me how miserable she is and shit like that. But meanwhile, you fulfilling your dreams. Why is you not happy fulfilling your dreams in America? Because it's all a facade, man. This is all a lie. Excuse my French. I'm trying not to use profanity, man. But it's all a lie. It's all a nightmare, man. All right, the work hard, go to school, get that high paying job. That shit's over with, bro. You got plenty of individuals that got plenty of degrees and masters and stuff like that, and they still in the same fucking predicament. Working a 9 to 5 job with low pay and so on and so forth. Barely paying the bills to make things go by because, hey, the housing market is up. All right, this dollar is devaluing each and every second, each and every day. That's why shit is going up. To try to match out with the dollar, but it can't, because eventually, because we already in the stages of inflation. Soon that hyperinflation kick in, it's gonna be a wrap for the American people, and with that, it's gonna go into a depression, a Great Depression, and so on and so forth, to the point they just gonna crash the dollar, and they're gonna come with the new currency, which in the book of Revelation 13 and 16, that's future prophecy to come. All right, that's going to determine who the Lord really chose for salvation, or the ones he really choose for death. Because if you take that MARK, that Revelation 14, 9, and 10 is going to be your ultimate judgment, man. All right. And also going back to Zechariah 14 and 12. So we understand the power of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and understand the power of those nuclear missiles, bro. Them shits ain't no joke. It's not going to be no joke, man, when all hell breaks loose, when this society collapses. That's why us being the potential hopeful elect, that's why we're doing the things that we're doing, man. That's why we're maneuvering the way we maneuver, be it through the spirit. And that's why we go out and prophesy. We go out, do the lessons, the videos, okay? That's why we do these things, because a terrible vision is coming, man, okay?
A helping hand while they lend everybody else a helping hand. I mean, y'all act like these kids ain't got a valid point. It's very valid. Tell me one thing you achieved in 20 years over there in the sandbox. What did we achieve? Not a fucking thing. We fought the Taliban for 20 years just to hand Afghanistan over back to the Taliban with all our weaponry. And we send them $160 million a day, a week. Hell, who fucking knows? But all they could give to Maui was $700. And y'all want to demand that kids go fight for this shit? Nah, I think not. We don't have a government worth fighting for. If it was between Vladimir Putin and fucking Joe Biden, I'd probably vote Vladimir Putin. Because y'all do know that the Soviet Union was over like in 1991, right? You know, Soviets don't exist anymore. They don't exist. Even though our media and the government wants to tell you it's still the Soviet Union of the 80s. It's not. Vladimir Putin he had every right to invade Ukraine. NATO and the United States violated every single fucking treaty they ever signed with Russia, and grossly violated it. You can't be mad at Russia because the United States can't live up to its side of the bargain, because it never has. I mean, best thing you can believe in when you partner up with the United States is you're going to find a fucking knife in your back sooner or later.
And that was it, man. That was the exposure of Esau, Edom. All right, according to the scriptures, according to prophecy. So let me get the scripts. Let me get what's the first precept I'm gonna get? Isaiah 19 and 1. Message to Egypt. All right, and this Egypt that is talking about is Babylon the Great, a.k.a. America, okay? Matter of fact, before I get that, Israel's taunt. This is Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 4. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how has the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. The Lord Yahweh have broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. So ultimately, the Lord is doing this, man. The Lord is strategically breaking down this place piece by piece, being exposed on all levels, man. Okay. Lament for Babylon, Isaiah 47 and 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldees. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. No more America is called tender and delicate, because this was the land of opportunity, the land of the free, home of the brave, blah, 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 all those. And then they even showed in a commercial, and my mama always says it best. When you looking at a commercial and they got advertising, so-called food, it always look good on the commercial. But once you really get the food, either the shit's nasty, the shit's not cracked up what you thought it was going to be. Okay. Maybe a little cold, or, that's basically America, man. All right, America is not what it seems that everybody thinks it is, man. This place is a disgusting wasteland full of weirdos, man, and fucking zombies. All right, land of the lost. Other than Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah bringing forth that light upon the elect, because the elect always come back in their lot and receive the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, man. Praying that I am of that number. Okay. Baba Kushah, Baba Kushah, Baba Kushah, man. So that's a very important number to be partakers of. The remnant, the election. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man, because when Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach make his second return, all right, by the way of the clouds, the chariots, so-called UFOs, he's going to come back with vengeance in his heart, man, ready to conquer and destroy, man, and also to bring in deliverance and salvation for his remnant, for his people. All right, that's the balance of Yahweh Yahweh Shai. All right, but the Lord is doing this, man. The Lord is broken the staff of the wicked. So now we're to the point that the stages are being set up, that this place is about to go down, man. And this is Isaiah chapter 19 and 1. The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight one against another, his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. All right. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of the cruel Lord. And that cruel Lord is Esau Edom. All right. Even though back then, I believe it was Pharaoh. He was a cruel, Lord, and how, things happen in history repeats itself. Esau Edom, the so-called Caucasian race, is showing the same like manner as to that fierce Cain. All right. That cruel Lord that smoked us with a continuous stroke. All right, going back into Isaiah 14 and verse 6, if I'm not mistaken. But that's how the Lord set it up. See, people have to understand the reason why we really are in this predicament. The reason why we are really cursed is because the Lord did it. And for you soft ass niggas that like to complain and say why Lord, or why the Lord would do that, or if that's God, I don't want to serve that God, and blah blah blah. Look, you don't know the Lord, man. And you wonder why your black ass is in the situation that you in, man. All right, niggas do not understand and take accountability for their bullshit. It's a reason why we're like this, man. All right. It's just we have to take accountability now. We have to show forth our effort more into this truth, and being grateful and honoring above all measures, because the Lord at the end of the day did not have to reveal his glorious light unto us. First of all, starting off with me. Okay. And I understand that, man. So with that being said, I have to be as humble as possible. And one thing I did learn this week was fucking long suffering, because I was aggravated the whole goddamn week. But it's all right, though. It's okay. It's going to be okay. Because Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, he's in the midst, man. He's still dealing, you know. And we just have to, fight through those bad times and bad days, because shit, it's going to get worse out here, you know. Especially when this society collapse. But it's like, I feel the Lord going to hit that switcheroo during that time while we mourning, and suffering now. In that day, we're going to be rejoicing, man. We're going to be merry in heart, because we're going to know that salvation is close. We're going to know that this destruction is ending our captivity. All right. And that is a beautiful thing. We don't have to sin no more. We don't have to die no more. We don't have to suffer as a nation. All right. We don't have to kill each other, murder each other, do all type of wickedness towards each other, man. All that shit's going to stop. But yeah, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai setting up the Egyptians against the Egyptians. All right, these Babylonians and American people are really against each other due to the simple fact of America. And America, with their proxy wars and dealing with the people. Okay, you got the agenda, the Momo, okay, the rainbow community. All right, you got, all types of separation in the schools. You got people that want to worship Satan, people don't want to bring their kids to school anymore. So it's just nothing but division. Matter of fact, we get that in Luke, because that's what the Lord is bringing. That's how you know the Lord is about to destroy this place. That's another sign. God knows and cares. This is Luke chapter 12, verse 50. It says, where Hamashiach divides men. And you can also read Matthew chapter 10, verses 34 through 39. It says Luke 12 and 49. I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it be already kindled? All right, because the Lord is ultimately bringing the nuclear fire. But before that, the world is automatically going to be in turmoil and the brink of collapse. And it's going to be all types of riotings and fires and wildfires, which we already experienced, and so on and so forth, man. So basically, it's just the total destruction and the total annihilation before the nuclear missiles come, in a nutshell, man. Basically, the Lord is bringing total, utter confusion and destruction towards this place. Verse 50, but I have a baptism to be baptized with, and how am I straitened till it be accomplished? Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth. I tell you, nay, but rather division. And for from henceforth there shall be 5 in one house divided, 3 against 2, and 2 against 3. The father shall be divided against the son, and the son against the father, the mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother, and the mother-in-law against the daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. All right, basically just division, man. All right, the family structure, All right, it's not going to be worth nothing. That's why the scriptures say, Lord Yahweh Shai said, roughly paraphrasing, these are my brothers, my sisters, my mother that do the will of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, that do the will of his heavenly father, not his earthly father, earthly family members. He's looking at the family members via through the spirit of serving his heavenly father Yahweh, okay, and himself as well, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, because he is ought to be praised and, be worthy of. All right. He has to be, man, because for one, it was commanded by the Heavenly Father Yahweh. And, he did a great sacrifice that no man could have done. Okay. Um, Let me see. Let me get Habakkuk. Habakkuk 2 and 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. All right, these times and prophecies are not tarrying anymore, man. They're flipping out of the books. Okay. So with that being said, we don't have long or much time in this society, man. Let me see something. Go to Google. Second is Tris 15. This is Second Ezra chapter 15 and 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. And you got to have faith in this truth, man, at the end of the day. All right. So I'm going to go jump further down. I started. Okay, verse 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and stretch out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and I will destroy all the land thereof. And that's what the Lord is about to do. Destroy the modern day Egypt again as before. And it says that before because it's going to get smitten with the plagues, but on a newer and higher level via through their technology and via because we in different age and different era. So things has advanced. So with that being said, the destruction is going to be advanced. The plagues are going to be advanced, man. They're going to be on a whole new level that these people cannot bear. All right. Verse 12, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and the hail with the fearful constellations. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, or uprisings among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. All right, and that's going into how when civil unrest happens in this land, a lot of people are going to, band together, team up, thinking that they're going to, make America great again and, so on and so forth. But meanwhile, you still going to have those same individuals that's going to be killing each other and trying to take each other out just for the simple fact, the lack of bread and food, man, or the lack of bread and water. All right. For great tribulation going further on down in the chapter. All right. And also in Second Ezra chapter 6 and verse 22, that enemies shall fight as friends, man, because those times are coming. All right. Just like in that scene, leave the world behind when Kevin Bacon was ready to defend his family and kill the one individual that he knew for a long time. And that's only because of the condition that the Americans was in, man. And that movie was showing you the starting stages of the collapse. All right. And if you haven't watched that movie, you should watch that movie, man. Okay. But I'm gonna continue on in the scripts. Second Ezra 15 and 16. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and all men shall be afraid. All right. And honestly, the men have suborned to fight. Okay. And it was plenty of videos that brothers was going into a couple of weeks back, going on how the United States military numbers is decreasing each and every year because these people are recognizing that especially being an American soldier is not cracked up to be. Okay. Yeah, even being an American citizen is not cracked up to be. You had plenty of people crying out during those times too. I remember it was a vlogger or a person that do interviews and interviewing the people, the citizens of America, not happy campers, man. They weren't happy people, and I could tell people are miserable. Because you can hear it in their speech, you can see it in their emotions. That's why a lot of people heavy into drugs, real heavy, alcoholism and gluttony and so on and so forth, because these people are real life suffering. Why? Because the Lord put the wicked in authority. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. All right. Because he is the authority as of right now, via through the power of the spiritual demon Satan. For all that thing, it will come to pass, it will come to naught, okay, soon when Lord Yahweh Shai Hamashiach make his second return, man, and destroy these people. Verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And that's what's about to come, man. Great tribulation. Okay. Martial law. Civil unrest. So just imagine any individual out there that don't know what's going on, just waking up one morning, late morning at that, to chaos, or waking up to the news, or it's been a cyber attack, or the dollar has collapsed. We work in a new system. These people are going to bug out and lose their minds because they don't know what's going on. All right. That's why the Lord said that he's going to come as a thief in the night. Meanwhile, these people just got over the Christmas holiday. New Year's about to come, about to be year 2024. But meanwhile, these prophecies are intensifying more and more. And this place is getting more and more wickeder, if that's even a word, more wicked each and every day. Okay? Because wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, man. And that's why the Lord is going to destroy this bitch with ultimate fire, man. Nuclear fire, ICBMs, and hypersonic missiles, man, that these nations have capability of and what they possess. Okay. So I believe that's it via through the spirit. Like I said, these are all the prophecies that's about to come. Okay, World War III is coming. Martial law in the streets of Babylon the Great. About to be another a LD. Okay. And they already got, the stage is already set. Salakia on that. The stages are already set, man. Through the spirit and power, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And prophecy always wins. Okay. And according to Isaiah 55, verse 7 through 11, but roughly paraphrasing that we don't, matter of fact, I'll just get it. Salakia. All that damn ranting. Just best to get it through the spirit. This is Isaiah 55 and verse 6. Seek ye the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts. And let him return unto the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And I will have mercy upon him, and to our power, for he will abundantly pardon. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. Verse 10, for as the rain cometh down and the snow from the heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth, and maketh it bring forth and bud, and it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater. Because ultimately the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, does all these things, man. He's controlled of all elements of life. Okay? Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. The true names. All right. Verse 11. So shall my words be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, which means empty. It shall be accomplished that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. And that's prophecies, man. So us being mortal humans, mankind, womankind, we cannot stop the prophecies that's what about to come down the pipe. Okay? We cannot stop the total destruction and annihilation of the people of the earth. All right? Babylon the Great and other places across the world, man. We cannot stop. But we have no in control of that. Okay? So with that, I'm going to close out by saying Barakatah Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, a great millstone that teach us this truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kwadash. Till next time, I say Shalom, Shalom. Peace, love, and blessings to the elect scattered abroad, mainly in Babylon the Great. Shalom, Shalom.